So I had a week of just. My girlfriend took me all around California with this trip she planned. It was pretty crazy. Had pretty much a weight cut in Death Valley. Eating loads at these diners, seeing bears in Yosemite, go to San Francisco. It was a lovely little trip, and then as soon as I got back, it was just straight into work. And it's exciting because when you win, and I've been winning the same way each time, it reinforces, do that again, do that again, do that again. But when you take the loss, it's like, let's play a little bit more. Let's see what we can do. Playing around with training methods, playing around with techniques. It's freeing, if anything.
Yeah. So is that your biggest takeaway then, that you can to mix it up a little bit, so to mix your training up?
Yeah.
Play some more different stuff that you might not have done usually.
Yeah, in terms of techniques, in terms of different training methods, and then in terms of finding different training partners. Like I said, it just frees it up. Because when you win one way, and then you do it the same way, liver shots and cross counters and sprawls, when you do that again and again and again and again, it reinforces it. And the thing is, it's always going to be there. I put so much time in it, it's always going to be there. Whereas this is like freeing. It's like, well, what can I do this way now? I'm watching fights differently now. I'm taking notes about fights differently now.
I take you watch the fight back of you.
Yeah.
What were you thinking when you were watching it back?
So I was watching it back because I had another holiday, a few days in Cali, and then I downloaded it, put it on my phone, put it through a video editor so I could watch it at different speeds. I was watching it over and over again. It was like a 10-hour flight, so I had plenty of time to rewatch it. Wow, someone's getting dead. Plenty of time to rewatch it, and there's certain things went well, but there's certain things frustrating to watch. I've literally got notes this big, pages and pages and pages on an iPad on my phone of different things that I'm going to adjust in training and different things I'm going to adjust technically. And watching it again, there's a lot Salwadi did incredibly well. He landed some really good shots early, and then his feints were so effective off of that. I'm thinking, why didn't I leg kick? And then when I watch it in slow-mo, there's times I go for a leg kick and he just picks his leg up to check. Alright, when watching it in slow-mo, he's got his defenses there. So looking back at it, I had to mix it up a lot more than how I was doing. Because he was really prepared for all my common weapons, like low kicks, body shots. But like I said, it's freeing now.
Yeah.
Much more freeing.
I feel like obviously the question a lot of people are probably thinking now is what's next for you now? Are you going back to Cage Warriors to defend your title? Or?
Yeah, I want to fight one more time. I want to defend my title one more time. November would be a perfect month, and I know there's 2 events in November. That obviously the big one, the big return to Newcastle is brilliant. Either me or Harry on that. That would be perfect.
I've seen Paul Hughes' name thrown around, still getting thrown around. He's not been heard from in a while. Is there what opponents at the minute that interest you? Is he one of them? Is he not?
So he's an interesting thing with Paul Hughes. He spent a year as a beggar, and now he thinks he can be a chooser. He spent a year begging for a UFC contract, hoping to get on one of these international cards, just by sitting on the sidelines and hoping his management just magics a contract out the prostate, which is his choice. But now he's come back after declining offer after offer to defend his belt in a stacked division. Look at the win streaks people have been racking up. He was very salty when Morgan Charrier got signed, but since your last fight, Morgan Charrier has won 4 fights. He's been active. The featherweight division has been active. Like Harilla's won 2 fights, and obviously Harry's won 2 fights. He's there. Vachenik's won 2 fights. Everyone's been active in his division, and he's just been sitting out, refusing to defend. He's done that for a year, and then suddenly he doesn't want to defend his belt still. He wants to fight for my belt at a date that suits him, but not me, because I had a medical suspension off that fight anyway, off a 3-round war. He wants to fight for my belt. He wants to bring none of his own chips to the table and be like a B-Tech Conor McGregor. He needs to defend. If that fight happens, I want to defend, or it's more on my terms, because I'm the champion with defenses. I've been putting myself out there. I've fought 3 times. I've defended my belt twice and got 2 knockouts since he's fought. Whereas he's just been sat on his thumb.
You were very specific there when you said, I think you said 1 more defence of your title. Why 1?
Well, because I can only think one fight at a time.
Alright.
But you know,
Probably just looking into that a bit too much then when he said one.
but you know, I'm happy to be active and defend. Oh fucking hell! Someone's punching the wall. I thought that was someone's head getting punched in.
What was your coach's reaction after the fight? With the sort of, have you had a talk with them about, you said that you're obviously playing free and you were playing new things. What's conversations with them been like?
So me and Harry have had just discussion on discussion about the fight, and me and Abdul and Pete. They didn't grill us. They knew what the opportunity was. It's not like I just came back to getting grilled. We were just discussing the techniques. And there's a lot of little changes that I'm going to make to my game that are going to add up massively. I don't want to give them away just yet.
Yeah. What's you might have to mention Newcastle being the dream one. Is that what we think we're going to see you next?
That would be amazing, and that would be some variation fight from Nevada to Newcastle. That would be a pretty special way to top off a 3-fight year.
Yeah.
And plus, I made my Cage Warriors debut as an amateur back in Newcastle, maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That'll be some history there.